Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Lex Hoop and I'm back, and I'm going to give you guys my review on Battlefield Dark Knight Rises. Now, I went to the movie last night and I got to see it, and I got to see Batman Begins. They played Batman The Dark Knight, and then they played Batman The Dark Knight Rises. Okay, first thing I want to say is I hate the name. We already had a movie called The Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises? They should have come up with something else. Batman Rises. The End. Batman the End. Batman something. Anyways, something different. I hate it when they make the same name. Fucking shit, man. Come on. Sorry for my throat. A little sick. No big deal. Moving on. So I got to see Batman Begins in the theater again, which was really cool. I got to see Batman The Dark Knight, which was really cool. So I got to see those movies in the theater again, which was awesome. Now, moving along to the movie itself. I went there with a couple of buddies. One friend of mine that I went with liked the movie. One friend that I went with didn't like the movie. Actually, two guys. There was four of us. Two of us liked the movie and two of us didn't like the movie. And there's some reasons why, and I'm going to get into the details. This is a review of the movie. So if you don't want to know any secrets about the movie, you don't want to know anything about the movie, you stop watching now. Prepare to be spoiled, because I'm going to talk about the movie. And, like, the ending even. Like, I'm going to just fucking destroy this movie for you. So, what did I like about the movie? There was lots of action. It was really good. For me, seeing the second one in the theater again was really awesome, because I think that Heath Ledger was an amazing Joker. I think he did an awesome job. He always captured, like, every single scene every time he was in a movie, which was amazing. So it was good seeing him again. But in this movie, there wasn't really, like, Bane himself. I'm going to talk about Bane right now. Bane bothered me a little bit because of the fact that Bane had this problem with his voice, okay? You could tell that the voice for Bane was dubbed afterwards, and I didn't like that. I wish it was recorded in the situation, because they muffled his voice, right? And they did that on purpose. I was fully aware of that before I even went to see the movie, that his voice was going to be muffled. But the audio was clearer than the people that were talking in the movie, that were talking in the film. It was more, the audio was actually clear, but his voice was muffled, and his was super loud. So he was talking like 10 times loud. It's like he was talking out of a fucking microphone the whole time he was talking, every time he talked. There's one scene where he does talk out of a microphone, and that scene makes sense. But every other scene is just, that frustrated me a lot. That was the only thing in the movie that I really didn't like. Actually, there's one other thing, and I'm going to get to that later. A few of the things that my friend thought that why he didn't like the movie is he didn't think some things were realistic. The Doctor, right at the beginning, Batman's like not doing anything. He's not Batman anymore. He took a break. It's been a few years since he's been Batman. Gotham City was cleaned up. He didn't need Batman. He didn't feel like he needed Batman anymore, so he just stopped doing it. And he had this messed up knee. He's using a cane. He was limping around everywhere, and so he didn't feel that he was needed. Batman was needed anymore, so he didn't. He just stopped. And then he stayed in his room, and he was all upset because his love of his life just died. His life is just changed now. So he goes to the doctor. He gets the ambition. He's got to start being Batman again. There's bad things happening. So he goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, you got no cartilage in your knees. You got no cartilage in your shoulders and elbows and your hips. You're done. And he's like, no more spelunking. So Batman goes home, puts on this little knee brace. This cool knee brace. It like fucking tightened. It's like electronic, and it like tightened up and like pulled. And then all of a sudden he's good to go. And he does a few push-ups and works out, and he's like back to being perfect body. It's retarded. So that was the only thing that I thought was a little weird. But the movie was awesome. There's so much action. There's a part where Bane takes over Gotham and like controls it for like 5 months. There's a nuclear bomb, and he says that if anybody even steps over the bridge to Gotham City, he's gonna blow the bomb. So it was really cool to see a movie where somebody actually takes over something for a long period of time. Usually in movies, when they take over something, whether it's a building, a jail, an area of any kind, it's only usually like a couple hours to a day tops. But it was really cool in this movie for them to take over Gotham City for like 5 months. The bomb was going to blow up anyways, but they were just telling them that they want to control the city, and the government, everybody, they were sending in supplies, and they trapped all the police in the tunnel, in this tunnel, and like they kept them alive though. They fed them, which was a little weird. So, but it was really cool to see somebody take control of a city for more than a little bit of time. It was like 5 months, and through that time, Batman was the whole time, because Batman fought the Bane, and Bane won, right? So Bane, instead of killing him, because this is what always happens to good guys in movies, instead of killing the person, what they do is they try and like humiliate them and send them somewhere. So he sends them to this like jail cell that it's like an underground jail, and it looks like a huge well, and only one person has ever escaped, and so they sends them there. And obviously Batman, and his back is like broken at that time. It's not paralyzed, it's just his back is broken. So what he does is he works out, gets all healthy, gets his back straight and realigned, and then it takes him like 4 attempts, but he climbs out of this well, and then he comes back and starts to save the day again. And Catwoman was really cool. She was cool, but there was things I didn't like about her, like the suit. I wish it was leather, but the suit was more of like it had like little squares on it. It was weird, little dots. It was more of like a rubbery slash I don't know, swimsuit. It looked like a water underdiver suit, and so that was okay. She's hot, but she actually, you know what? She didn't do too bad in the fight scenes. Usually in movies like this, what they do is they train you for like 6 months if you're gonna do any physical fighting in the movie, and you're not like a physical fighter at all. So I'm assuming they trained her, and they got her. She did really good. She did some of the fight scenes really well. She was kind of believable. I enjoyed it. And you know what I haven't talked about yet is the guy from Third Rock from the Sun. I'm not really familiar. I don't know his name. He's done a whole bunch of movies. He was in Inception. He was in. He's been in a whole bunch of movies. He's starting to really pick up his career, and he was in the movie. And you don't really see it coming. You kind of wonder what's the point of this kid's character, because there has to be a reason. And I never really even thought about it. But at the end, it shows you that he's Robin. He's the new Robin. But what's the point of bringing in a new character and implying that there's going to be more Batmans when they've already said they're not making any more Batmans after this? Maybe they're opening it for other people. Maybe they're gonna open it for whoever else wants to make another Batman. Maybe that's what they're opening it for, and that would be fine, I guess. But these ones were done so well. It's really, how do you follow these Batmans? In all reality, how do you follow these? You'd have to completely change the way it's done again, like last time. So I don't know. And then the only thing I didn't like is at the end of the movie when Batman's fighting Bane again, and they're getting into this fisticuff fight, and this Spin comes in with the girl who helps him build the reactor. It's actually a energy source, an unlimited energy source. It's this machine, and she helped him create it because she could turn it into a nuclear bomb, and she's the one who wants to blow up the city because she's the son of the guy who died in the first one. So she's the daughter, and that whole twist comes in, is really cool. And then Bane, him and Bane get left alone again together, and then Catwoman comes in on a bike and shoots Bane with these rocket missile things and kills him. I wanted to see Batman beat the shit out of him, but I understand the whole point of Catwoman coming back and doing that was because to show that she wasn't just thinking of herself. She wasn't just gonna run away. She wasn't just gonna leave. She was gonna, save the, prove that she's willing to come back. Anyways, that's my video. That's my Batman review. That's my commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Lex Coop saying, rate, comment, subscribe. Do what you do, skadoosh.